Mealz! This is a new series called Guest Hands, in which we invite people to cook their favorite recipes for us and for you. So I would like to introduce to you our guests, Sarah Spar!
Hey! Hi, my name is Sarah and today I'm going to be cooking with you. We're going to make a Japanese dish called Omurice.
I can't wait to try it!
Yeah, I hope you like it because I can't cook for...
Can I
sure swear on your channel?
I don't know.
But we're going to try, so we're going to see, and
Nice.
fingers crossed that it's going to turn out
Nice.
great. So.
I'm sure it will. Let's do it!
No pressure, not watching
no pressure.
every movement.
Okay. So of course there's a few things that you will need to make this dish. An onion, some mushrooms, a bell pepper. This can be anyone you like, but I personally really prefer the red ones. Cherry tomatoes, or as my friend here likes to call them, Christmas tomatoes. Make sure that all of your vegetables are very finely cut. Some eggs, white rice, preferably cooked in this case.
Moet je vingers doen dus. Dus ja, maar anders is dat gewoon zo sterk shot en zo niet.
Okay. Yeah.
It's guest hands, not guest pot.
So normally we would chop the vegetables while the rice is cooking, but since we've come very prepared today, it's already been done for you, which is super easy. Some salted soy sauce, a lot of S's there. Some salt and some pepper for seasoning, a little bit of olive oil. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, our key ingredient, which is tomato ketchup. So the first thing that we're going to do is already make our little mixture of the egg that is going to go around our other rice mixture. So much mixtures. Just so that we have that ready, and then once we get to cooking, everything's already there and we don't have to panic about our other stuff burning and things like that.
A few moments later.
Panic!
Nice.
So, I suppose you all know how to break an egg. I don't. Normally, one egg is enough for one serving, but you can always add more if you prefer. I'm just gonna do it like this. So then you're just going to mix that all up, just like you would with a normal omelette. Don't laugh at me. And then we're also going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper just to season the egg a little bit. Again, you can just do this however much you like. And that's the preparation done.
Ever been told that your voice is so calming and...
Oh my god, can you just shut up? That you want to put it on in the background just to listen? Maybe we should just make this an ASMR video from now on.
Well, Student Mealz ASMR edition. Well, that took a turn.
So you take a pan and you put it on your fire, because you won't be able to fry your vegetables if you don't do that. And then the first thing I usually do is just take a little bit of olive oil before I turn on the heat. So I'm gonna do that right now. Ooh, that's a bit much, whoops. That's okay, it's not that bad. And then we're gonna turn up the heat and let the olive oil warm up a little bit. No, so a good indicator to see when your olive oil is right to put the vegetables in is when it's runny just like this. So then we are going to add our vegetables in one by one. Put in the onions, about half of the mushrooms because it's a bit much, and then add in the bell peppers, also our Christmas tomatoes, so our cherry tomatoes as well, just like that. Then you're gonna just stir everything together and fry it on a medium fire.
You're doing great.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I have no idea.
You should be. It's your signature dish.
It's my signature dish. Wow, it sounds really fancy to say it that way. Just keep on mixing it up in your frying pan until everything smells really good, but also has a bit of a goldish brownish kind of color. Once everything looks a bit golden brown, like this, as far as red vegetables can look brown, of course, we are going to add in our rice that we previously cooked, because we are going to fry that as well. Try not to ruin this. like this. I'm gonna start with 2 spoonfuls and then I'm gonna add on later if I think it's necessary. It looks good, but I think I'm going to add in a little bit more rice. And there goes half of it, next to the pot. I'm also going to turn down my heat a little bit, just because I'm scared that I will burn everything. So once your rice looks about golden brown as well, it means that it is fried well enough. So that is when we are going to add in our key ingredients, which are first of all the soy sauce, because it is an Asian dish after all, so I'm gonna add that in first. Normally people would actually measure it with teaspoons or tablespoons or whatever you call them, but I'm just gonna wing it, so fingers crossed that this is gonna turn out as well. Oh, that's a lot less than I thought they would come out. I think I'm gonna add in a little bit more. Okay, mix that all up. Smells even better now. And then we are also going to add our ketchup, which makes this dish exactly as delicious as it is. So again, no specific measurements, just kind of winging it. You can also kind of see how much you'll need because the ketchup is going to make your rice stick together a lot better. You'll see that that's actually what we want to achieve, and then it's almost ready. I do have to say though that the soy sauce that you guys have brought is a lot lighter than the one that I usually use, because the dish looks a lot more like the ketchup, because mine usually ends up just like dark brown. So it does look better this way, which is a good thing. Yes. Yeah, I am going to do a little taste test right now. Just a cheeky little. Needs more soy sauce. You won't need any salt, because normally your soy sauce is already salted enough, so that means that you don't need extra salt. Unless you're like one of those salty types who really likes that, then in that case just go for it. It's your dish after all, so you can do whatever you want. It's a free country.
Salty type. Sounds like an insult.
Well, not necessarily. It can also be people who just really like salty things. Now that I think about it, it does sound like an insult, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you.
Insult you?
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh my god, the puns! So now that this is done, it is time for us to cook our omelette. Okay, so like I said, the last thing that we still need to do is now bake our egg. Or is this also, or is it also frying? Also, okay. If you literally translate it from Dutch, it's called baking an egg. But okay, frying an egg then, whatever, same difference.
It's a Dutch thing. I was trying to convince the internet it's a Dutch thing, nobody believed me. They just say that we baked.
Oh, the internet. So what we're gonna do is take a little bit of the olive oil again. Again, too much. I'm really not good at that. Turn on our heat once again.
Whoa.
Oh, what am I doing?
It's okay. No panic. It's just fire.
It's funny.
Okay, I see what's happening. Why is there olive oil leaking out of the pan?
Oh, what?
Or whatever this is.
It's just water in the dish.
Oh my god, I really thought I ruined it.
No, you didn't.
You have no idea how hot my heart is beating right now. What are you doing to me?
How hard your heart is beating?
Oh, stop it.
Could you stop leaking? What the hell is
Still
this?
leaking.
I know.
Oh, shit.
I'm confused.
We are now pausing this episode for a...
Intermezzo.
I wanted to say an
Cleaning service.
an emergency kind of intermezzo, I guess, whatever. I was trying to be funny, but I failed again. I am expecting a very fun music piece in the edit. I'm not good at these things. I'm not good at these.
Could you provide a cover?
Oh
for
god,
the
no.
song?
No.
Not zooming in on your face at all.
But mine aren't that upbeat. It's usually sad songs about feelings and crying and things like that.
Then I will slow down the footage.
And add some raindrops while you're at it. So we're gonna try and add some olive oil to our pan again, hoping that we don't set the entire thing on fire. I was joking before, but now I'm not so much joking anymore. Nothing's happening, okay. Shit.
No. We'll just let it leak out. It's
Okay,
fine.
but keep an eye on that, because if it goes out, like there's a lot of gas in the kitchen,
Yeah.
it's very
No, it
untidy and
won't.
stuff, so.
Growing up in Russia, it's fine. There's gas everywhere.
Well, maybe you have.
It's fine, it's good for you. Make you strong like potatoes.
Now we are going to add in our pre-mixed egg. And now we basically wait until the surface is almost completely, well, I wanted to say cooked up, but that's not how you say it in English. Yeah, basically the top layer has to look a bit more dry, so we don't want any of the slimy bits. And this looks about right, I think. And then we're going to put in a spoonful or a few spoonfuls of our mixture, just like that. Okay, I ruined it, but we are going to fold our egg over the mixture. Okay, so now this is the part where I usually fail. I think I also put a bit too much filling in, but that's okay. Fuck. Shit. Panic. So you basically are going to fold it over both sides. No, it doesn't want to work. Maybe it's also because it's a bit small, but that's okay. You know what? We're just gonna do it differently. So I'm just gonna take my pan and flip it into the plate like that. So 3, 2, 1. Ah! Oh, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. Okay. Just like that. And now I need to set it down. So normally you wouldn't panic while doing this. So then your egg has a beautiful kind of eye shape, almond shape. But we're just gonna wing it with this. Still looks okay, still looks decent. And the last step in this dish is actually to add a little bit more ketchup as decoration. Now, normally people would make little faces and be all cutesy and Japanese with it, but since I have no talent whatsoever in making faces, I'm just going to add in a little bit of ketchup like this. Oh, it doesn't want to come out, shit. What is up with this bottle? Ah, there it goes. It's not as beautiful, but it's okay. Now, if you're feeling extra fancy, you can also put a little bit of parsley. You can also cover up the fact that you used too much ketchup. Nobody's gonna notice. And that is basically your Japanese omurice all done.
Oh yeah, let's taste it. Taste it. Time for a test. Cheers.
In Japanese, they would say itadakimasu to make it completely. There we go. Not bad.
Not bad. It's really good.
I'm really happy you
I
like
love it. I'm like tending to take another bite immediately now.
Well, I'm really happy you like it.
Yeah. I like the saltiness of the soy sauce, but also the sweetness of the ketchup together.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for making this for us.
No problem. Maybe a little thing to add is that you can also put in meat if you want to. So you can also add in a bit of chicken or a bit of beef if you want to, but we just made a vegetarian version of it. So just a little side note.
Yeah. Good tip. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for cooking for us.
You're very, very welcome. I'm very happy I didn't burn your house down.
Oh, you didn't. So that's fine. You can come back now. So.
Okay, well, I'm very... I can breathe again.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. So, where can the lovely people of the internet find you?
You can find me in all sorts of little corners of the internet, but mainly on YouTube. My channel name is called Sarah's Spark, as in my sparkle. And you can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram as well, which is Sarah_Spark. So it's the same way as my YouTube channel.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. So, thank you, Sarah. That was awesome. We're going to enjoy this now. And thank you guys for watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. And as always, see you in the next one. Goodbye. Bye. Nice. Oh, I almost dropped the spoon. Awesome.
So then you're just gonna let this... No, that's not true. Just... Speaking is difficult. English, what is this? Make sure that all of your vegetables...
Vegetables? Suddenly when you rush it.
So today's guest...
What?
Oké, wacht, laten we nog een keer doen.
Toen voelde ik zo... Sorry.